Families in Portsmouth have been at a hearing at the highest court in the land to fight over their rights to home educate their children.
The local authority has issued several orders instructing parents to send their children back to school unless they can prove they are being well educated at home.
But the parents say the local authority is acting unlawfully. Our social affairs correspondent Christine Orsford has been at the hearing.
Well, this case goes right to the very heart of a parent's right to decide how to educate their children and then how that should be measured and monitored. Now, the case is being brought by a group of families from Portsmouth who home educate their children, many of whom we met in our programme last week. Now, they say that Portsmouth City Council has been acting too rigidly, asking them to provide evidence of things that they just aren't required to do by law. Things like timetables or formal written work that you would normally associate with mainstream schools. Now, the 5 families attending today's judicial review argue home education is different and they're hopeful that the hearing will rule in their favour.
So we're really hoping to get a decision that will clarify what the local authority is allowed to ask for at the initial stage when they make contact with home educators and what kind of evidence they're allowed to demand.
Will set a precedent as to what local authorities can and can't ask of home educators, and that is massive for all of us because what Portsmouth are currently asking for, it doesn't reflect how home education works at all. They're asking for things that home educators just don't do or produce, or most home educators don't do. So it's huge. It's huge and we've really noticed national groups are all supporting us. We've got a national support for this. That's how we managed to raise the money. So yeah, it's huge for everyone, and I think for even people that aren't home educating, it gives them the choice to do that.
The court heard how one family had produced an 11-page report detailing how they were educating their 3 children. It included information about their 13-year-old daughter, how she was reading To Kill a Mockingbird, the novel, and also how she was an avid reader, preparing to take her GCSEs a year early. But the local authority failed to accept this as evidence and took legal action against them, demanding they send the children back to school. Lawyers acting for Portsmouth City Council said the local authority had to ensure a suitable education was demonstrated and corroborated with evidence, not just based on a parent's say-so. Now, this is very much being seen as a test case with implications for home educators up and down the country, and the full decision will be known in a few weeks' time.
Christine Orsford there.